So I noticed there was a lot of questions on Reddit about Daydream View and casting without audio. I decided to put together a little tutorial. So this is me playing it. I currently have it Chromecast, and I have a 20-foot auxiliary cable connected to the 3.5 millimeter adapter to my Pixel 2 XL. The video casts as normal. Whenever you check to cast, you want to make sure that the cast audio is unchecked. And what this will do is allow the audio to play through the device, but it won't cast the audio to the TV. And then you basically just use the headphone input for the television. And different TVs have different options on how to do it. You could have like a Bluetooth transmitter set up if you really wanted to on your USB 2. And then this would allow you to have a wireless headset, but I don't know, Bluetooth receivers and transmitters might cause issues with the Daydream remote control since it's also Bluetooth. This right here was just a really good game example of how it goes and the flow of the game. As you can see, it's pretty smooth, even Chromecasted. Let me go ahead and get this kid going inside the right direction. As you can see, looking around, it's very smooth. And this was probably one of my favorite VR games to show off with Google Daydream. It's just very fun and immersive. The camera angles can be painful, but on the whole, it's not too bad. So long as you are able to output to a 3.5 millimeter jack, you can use several different options to do it, but that's the big trick. We also have a hook that we hung from the ceiling, almost like a ceiling plant, where we have an auxiliary line that's about 20 feet long, and it runs from our TV setting to the center of the room. Whoever is going to be using the Daydream View for the display purposes, we just have it drop down so that way they can spin around and rotate without too many problems or it feeling like it's pulling on the Daydream. The Daydream controls aren't perfect. As you can see, I'm having some issues right here with this piece of wood, but eventually I was able to walk across it. Once again, this is probably one of my most favorite games to show off. No need to press a button for jump. The world is surrounding. It's just overall fantastic. And as you can see, there's a full 360-degree world around you. Hole right there, but all in all, good. Without having to give away too many spoilers of this game, I'd like to go on to an example where there's a lot of detail and it can sometimes cause problems with the Daydream. A good example would be Sisters. Why you might want to watch somebody Chromecast it would be jump scare games. Sisters is really good to watch, but the problem is whenever you Chromecast a game like this, there's so much detail that it stutters. If you notice as I look around, the stuttering effect is almost nauseating while you're in VR. But as long as you move slowly, left and right, it's not too bad. It's pretty visible. I also noticed some controller lag as I moved the controller around inside this mode. Ultimately, it would catch back up with me and I'd be able to function as normal. But this was not always the case. As you can see from this puzzle over here, I had some difficulty using the controller to click on the puzzle in order to solve it. I had to select about twice on a few different pieces in order to get them to move. It could have just been that my aim was off, but it made it noticeably different. Once again, showcasing, not a big deal. After all, the whole idea is to get them inside the driver's seat, right? If you have a group, keep talking and nobody explodes is a great way to introduce it. You can jump in, showcase the Chromecast, and then show how easy the controls are. While it would be cheating to have everybody look at the screen, it's good to showcase the controls and maybe a little bit what's going on so you can get the group together and interested in going through with it. Even with Chromecast, though, a game like this was very smooth and really easy to show off. But maybe you're trying to get someone just to jump in and to get their feet wet. A great game to do that would be The Turning Forest. It was fantastically done, and with audio casting, everybody in the room can enjoy it. This is a really good first VR experience to show people because it kind of gets them used slowly to their world. Something like this with a line in cord not tethered above you would be painful. But also, this is one of those games with a lot of detail, so you really don't want to Chromecast it as there's going to be stuttering. So even though we're able to get the audio, it's the stuttering that's going to give you some problems. What I mainly use it for is to showcase game bugs. So this is a game that I went in to try to show that the controller wasn't as responsive as I needed it to be. I would go and interact with the world. Sometimes the movement wouldn't work. As you can see right here, I'm trying to grab something and it's not working. The hitbox is covered. Trying with multiple angles. This is really good to show developers what's going on, but no audio is needed. I didn't even record audio in this because it's easy to just explain what's going on. And what VR experience wouldn't be complete without a good jump scare. This is a great way for you to watch your friends and family as they go through and what they're seeing at the time and how they physically react. You may want a wireless setup. Inside this example, the person that we were filming actually dropped the phone off their face from the first jump scare. So be warned. And if you have any questions, please ask me on Reddit. Thanks. Bye.